Hi everybody, it's Miss Anna here. Hope everybody's doing good. I wanted to just check in about the Lenten bags and hope everybody's gotten one. If you haven't gotten one, let us know because we have some left over. But I just wanted to quickly go through what's inside the Lenten bags and what you can expect through the couple weeks of Lent. So on the front cover of everybody's Lent bag is a piece of paper that's got basically instructions on what we're going to be doing each week. We try to come up with an activity and a theme per week to help us all journey through Lent together. So if you're getting your Lent bag after any of these things, that's okay. You can just pick up where we are or where we left off. We have a little baggie here. And there's a bunch of stuff in this bag here, but you'll see there the ashes and some explanation about how to use the ashes on Ash Wednesday. And then also in the bag we have candles. We have 8 votive candles that you'll be using throughout all of Lent. So you want to set them up somewhere that you can leave them. And then we didn't include this, but we encourage you to have your own single big larger white candle that will be considered your Christ candle. And then in the bag you'll have in this little bag here, I've got 2 copies of it, but here is some tags, and they will take you through the different weeks of Lent. So the first tag is a singular tag just for Ash Wednesday, and then this first Sunday of Lent you'll have a whole slew of 6 tags to hang. So I included in all the bags, and if you can kind of see what I did here, you have string and then these little clothespins, and so you can do, and on the top of each card it says which week it is. So this all right here is just the first week of Lent that you'll hang up, and every Sunday you'll change them, and you'll want to hang them together with your candles. And each week on each card are different suggestions of what you can do. So for an example, this is all kind of hopefully neatly typed up here so you can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. But for the first week of Lent, which starts on Sunday, this coming Sunday, February 21st, we're going to focus on the baptism. So on the individual cards, there's going to be a couple of ideas of things that you can do. But we also provided you with some cut watercolor paper, that if you use this plus some water, so maybe just a little bit of color and some water, you could watercolor a picture on here of a reflection of that first week of Lent. So that could be a reflection of, I don't know, if maybe you decided to give something up for Lent, or something that you're focusing on for the month or for the season of Lent, or maybe if you want to think about your own baptism. I know we did that a little bit in January, but you could do that again, whether you have been baptized or haven't, and want to think about that. So that was a craft that we included for the first week. For the second week, if you go through here on Sunday the 28th, you're going to change all your tags and you're going to hang just the second week of Lent, and you can go through and there's all sorts of great suggestions there. And that week we're going to focus on growth. So we packed for you these egg crates. Some people got bags with individual little cups. That works too. And in here is some soil and some seeds for basil. So if you want to pack that up, do some plantings to keep somewhere warm and make sure you keep it nice and moist, so that when the ground is not so cold we can put it in the ground. But start some seedlings and focus on growth. You'll also notice per week I've picked out a reading, and these are different readings from that week's. Typically the gospel is what I was pulling from. So if you're watching church on live, you can see that's also connecting here with the different weeks, and we're trying to focus on what's being told to us. Third week we focus on feelings. We have this really cute craft here, and you have it really self-explanatory here, but on the back are all your supplies, and you make a feeling face that can show your different emotions and how you feel. And I love the reading is actually John 2 verses 13 through 22, and then if you read that, you see Jesus had some feelings when he got angry and he threw a table. He overturned their tables. Oh my gosh, so that's an interesting reading, that sometimes even Jesus was feeling angry, and obviously we know when we see him happy and sad, and so it's normal for us to have all those different feelings. The fourth week, which is March 14th, again, I'm just following along this. You might want to keep this piece of paper kind of close on the fridge or somewhere on a bulletin board that you look at so you can use it to help you direct what you're doing. That week we're focusing on giving, and I did a little giving poster here just with some ideas. That's totally open to whatever you want to do. But those are just some ideas that I thought of. But I challenge you that week to see if you can do something giving every day that week, whether big or small, at least something every day. And then the fifth week of Sunday, we're talking about injustice and racism. Obviously, that's a big topic that we talk about right now. It's had some focus on it recently, which is important. And if you have questions about that, I encourage you to ask those questions. We put some different tags in there, some different things that you can do. And also on the bottom here is the Zoom meeting. So we met this past week, and if you missed that, that's okay. This is why I'm doing this video, so you know what we talked about. But we're gonna Zoom again on March 7th. I just want to check in, see how everybody's doing. I'd love to see if you've done some of the projects out of the bag. If you can show it to us, what you're doing, and what that looks like. The one other thing I forgot to mention, and we're doing this during, this is actually for the last week, the week of the 5th, we did the injustice. I included these fortune tellers, and if you guys haven't done these in school yet, your moms and dads probably know how to do them, but you fold them, and then you work through it, and then you open them up and ask these questions. They're really cool. These are fun things to do. Asking friends these questions, asking your family these questions. So I included a lot of those. I definitely have instructions on how to do it because it does take some talent. But lastly, on the Zoom, or on the, the YouTube, through the whole season of Lent, I'm going to be reading this book, Make Room, which is I love this book, and I'm just going to read it kind of chapter by chapter, and they will be YouTube videos, so I encourage you, each week we'll post a new YouTube video, and I encourage you to watch it. And if you have any questions, let us know. We'll have this available through email. It'll come through the main St. Andrew's email, and then it'll also be posted on Facebook, a link to get to the YouTube channel. I'd love to see pictures of what you're doing on Facebook, if you're comfortable posting there, or if you want to email me pictures. Anyway, I think the important thing to know about this is if you ever lose track, or you miss a week, or you lose focus, that you always can come back to it. These are how we kind of laid it out in these different weeks, but there's no specific weeks that things need to be done. You can do it however you want. We were just trying to give you an organized way of doing it, but please feel free to do it however you want. So I pray for everybody to have a thoughtful Lent. And to please reach out if you have any questions. Okay, bye-bye.